What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel, and joining Eddie and me on this episode is a longtime friend of ours, Trevor Mungon. Talk about growing up in Riverside, skateboarding, music, and his road to sobriety and fatherhood. Here's Trevor.
Welcome.
Betamax.
That's fine.
I got a fucking dick in my face.
That's what's up. No, that's fine. No, I didn't want one. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
I do want one.
What is it? A spin drift?
Can we get you one?
Bubbly?
No, I'm kidding.
What you got?
You sure?
No, I'm sure.
Is it a LaCroix or what is it?
No, it's like the Target brand.
Sick.
Good and Gather.
Good and gather.
Good and
Sparkling
gathered.
water.
Yeah. Sparkling water's the shit.
No, I really did.
Did you see this shit?
Nervous of Braves? No. That's tight.
Old.
Hold on.
Man, Trevor's nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's chill, dude. I feel like everyone.
I'm good talking on a one-on-one setting. In a group setting, I tend to fail. Especially, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know.
No, that's fine.
You'll be fine, dude.
Ever since I quit drinking, I kind of got into I didn't realize how much of like a shy guy I was.
All your anxiety just comes back.
Yeah.
So, Trevor, what's up? How you been, man?
Chilling, dude. Just living life, doing the thing.
Yeah, how was work today?
It was cool. I get up pretty early, around 4 in the morning, typically. Get up. I do the night before coffee thing, put it in there, get it all ready, set it on a timer. So right when I wake up, I can smell that shit, and it gets me excited for the morning. I'm like, all right, it's time to go, you know?
You get up early, huh?
Yeah, 4 in the morning. Summer's coming up, and usually at work, it gets pretty hot there, and they don't have like air conditioning or anything. So
Oh, shit.
we do our start time at 4:30. So then I'm getting up at 3 in the morning.
Oh, shit.
You know, because I like to get up like an hour before I have to be there, so I could actually like get
Yeah.
up, wake up, you know, have a coffee before I go to work. I'll sit there, I'll watch like a podcast online, or I'll like watch skate videos, something that just gets my mind going. I'll even watch like how-to videos and stuff now, because I got the house and stuff now, so like I want to fix stuff. So I don't know shit because my dad didn't teach me none of that stuff.
Hey, YouTube University, man.
I
That's
know
like
that shit
the
works,
fucking
dude.
game changer.
I fixed a dryer off that shit. It blew my mind, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it works.
Yeah.
I did that. You know, my dad wasn't really around like that, so he never taught me that kind of stuff. I saw him do it, but I was never involved in it. You know,
Yeah.
so I was mainly with my mom growing up.
And then you grew up in Riverside?
Yeah, I grew up so like there's Arlanza and then there's La Sierra Acres. La Sierra Acres is the neighborhood right next to Arlanza, just a little further down Arlington.
Yeah.
I lived right across the street from Loma Vista Middle School. It's on Western.
Yeah.
And then you go down Western, you make a right, that's Sunnyvale. I grew up on Sunnyvale. So like if you take that shit all the way up and around, you end up on Mitchell, you know? Mitchell's right there, that street that's right there by Rosemary Kennedy,
Yeah.
where all the little ranches are and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there used to be a little market down the way called B&R Market. It was right there on. Do you remember that
remember
place,
that,
dude? It was just a
yeah.
white building.
It was some old white guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, it looked kind of weird, dude, because
It
there was
was
like
like-
no windows and shit.
No, and it was just like a little really ghetto looking sign.
Yeah.
And I heard that it closed down because they did like a beer run and they like fought him or something.
No way.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was some old, like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, dude. There was like Mitchell. I thought like growing up, like Mitchell was like nice. You know what I mean? It was pretty nice street. But then like if you go across like towards Campbell. You know what I mean? There was like a pretty hood house over there that was known, like, don't fuck around that house, dude. Like, that shit's fucking scary over there. And then that makes sense that you say that.
It was pretty ghetto, dude. Like, when we would ride our BMX bikes down that street, we would get fucked with a lot. Dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I used to hate that shit, man. Especially like growing up, like, because I was kind of chubby, you know, growing up. And fools were ruthless, dude. They did not give a fuck, especially in that area.
Fat
you know
shaming
what I mean?
was not looked upon.
Hell no, dude.
You could do it.
Yeah, dude.
Back
Like
in the day.
frivolously, you're just like, yeah, what's up, fat boy? I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, dog.
Hey, trust me, I know.
Yeah. No, fool, but you were big, dude. You were tall. You were tall as fuck. Like, we didn't really kick it too much in high school. Like, I remember you for sure. I remember you because I remember you were like into metal and shit. Because
Yeah.
I remember seeing you wearing like metal t-shirts and shit like that, or like just bigger shirts. Like you had short hair though.
Yeah.
Really short, kept it tight. Like, and but yeah, I didn't really, like I was telling you earlier, I didn't really kick it with too many people, just like my solid little group of friends, you know what I mean? Like Jacob, Manny, Kyle, fucking Robert Kruchek, like, you know, Josh.
Yeah.
I remember Josh a little later. I think he was there after me. I kicked it with Evan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool, you know? I liked growing up over there. It was a little different, you know, than where I ended up. Because my parents got divorced. And my mom moved up La Sierra, like up in Lake Hills.
Oh, shit.
And that's like nice. You know what I mean? I remember going up there and be like, oh shit, like what the fuck is this about? You know what I mean? There's like a lot more white people. And dude, I'm white. You know what I mean? I'm white and Mexican. My dad's Mexican, my mom's white. But like when you grow up over there, it's mostly all Mexican people.
Yeah.
You know, and the white people that are over there are white trash. Like straight up. They're tweakers. I had some friends that their parents were fucking scary. You know what I mean? I remember going over to their house and just be like, fuck, fool, this is kind of sketch. Like one of my homies' dads fucking like pulled a knife on me, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think I was probably like 14, and I went over to his house. He lived off of La Sierra, and his dad had just gotten out of prison, right? But it was a weird situation because he had a stepdad, and his stepdad was there too.
Oh, what the
And
fuck?
his stepdad was like a Nazi lowrider, like a fucking
Nazi lowrider?
yeah. So they're like fucking white supremacists that dress like cholos.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this fool drove a Cutlass, like wore Ben Davis and like FB County, pulled up socks, all this shit, the whole fucking thing. And I thought he was Mexican because he kind of looked Mexican. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that fool's just a cholo. And I seen the swastika. I was like, what the fuck? Because my dad like always told me like, yo, stay away from those type of people, you know? And I seen that shit. And then his dad was there, and his dad was like, who's your friend, John? And I was just like, hey, sir, how's it going? I put my hand out to shake his hand. And he slapped my hand. I was like, oh, shit. He's like, don't shake my hand, man. I don't even know you. He's like, hey, man, you ever been stabbed before?
Fuck.
And he was drunk. And I was just like, what, dude? What are you talking about, man? And he's like, you ever been stabbed? You got to know what it feels like. Every man's got to know what it feels like. And I was like, fool, what the fuck, John? Like, what's your dad doing? And he just sat there, took out a knife and started pressing it into me, dude. I was losing it.
Yeah.
And I never told my parents about it because it was like a pretty crazy situation, you know what I mean? To be 14. But like, those are the type of kids that were like around that area that we grew up in, you know what I mean? But it's like, you didn't know that until you went over to their house and seen some shit, you know what I mean? So going up there, up that hill, and like seeing how like the other side kind of lived a little bit. And then I became part of that. It was a trip. It was totally different. But I still went to Norte Vista because I fucking told my mom, I was like, I'm not going to La Sierra. Like, you got to drive me every day, mom. Like, I can't. Dude, I was being a little brat about that shit, fool. Because, like, my parents were going through a divorce, and, like, I was having such a hard time with it. And, like, just, it was a lot. You know what I mean? Like, my whole fucking life was changing, you know? And, like, I was just like, you got to give me this. Please, like, let me just be with my friends. Like, this is all I have.
Yeah.
So she let me stay, and I finished out. I graduated from there and shit.
How'd you get into like skateboarding and all that?
So like when I was probably like 5, my dad bought me a skateboard. My dad grew up surfing. Right?
Okay.
He was like born in San Diego, and then he came over to Orange County. His parents got divorced when he was a baby after his dad got back from Vietnam. Then they went to San Diego or Orange County, and he started surfing a lot. You know, he met a kid, fell in love with that shit, and he started skateboarding.
Yeah.
So it was just like passed on, you know what I mean? Which is cool. I kind of inherited it. And I started when I was 5, got serious about it when I was like 11. I met my buddy Robert at Loma Vista. They had a system where you'd have to share a locker with somebody because they didn't have enough lockers. There was too many kids.
Oh, shit.
So I had to share a locker with the 8th grader. He was the 8th grader. I had like Jamie Thomas 5.0s on or something, some audios.
Yeah.
And he was like, you skate? I was like, yeah, kind of. You know, I was kind of like just like this little chubby, awkward, fucking quiet ass kid. And I like, I saw one skate video and I was like, I want to be like him. I like Jamie Thomas. I like shaved my head and started wearing like all black and like hoodies. And I was like fucking trying to listen to like Black Flag and shit. I didn't even know what Black Flag was, you know, but I knew that's what I had to listen to. And fucking, I met him and he kind of told me about it. He kind of was cool and like, was like guiding me through school, you know, because it was tough. Like kids would try to fuck with you, you know. There was like, oh, you scrub, and you remember that shit?
Yeah,
Like
scrubs.
people would say shit like that, and there was like hazing and shit, you know. Fools would fuck with you. This fool kind of kept me cool, you know. Left me, people would not fuck with me, And then he kind of showed me more about skateboarding as like time went on, and then like met more people. I met Kyle. Then I met Jacob. Freshman year. I was a freshman. I think he was a sophomore.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, you skate too? Like, and then it was just on, dude. Like once you get a solid little group of kids, man, it's on.
Yeah.
And it would be like every single day we'd be at Hunt Park skating. We would skate from Jacob's house, like over there off of Bolton.
Yeah.
Like in the cul-de-sac or whatever. And that was it. That's all we did. That's all I cared about from like age 11 until I was probably 17. Nothing but skateboarding like was over my head. That was it.
You still skate?
Yeah, I still skate. Probably like 3 times a week. I'm really fortunate. My wife gives me that time and opportunity. We have a son, a 2-year-old, and it's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
He's a little maniac in the best way. But yeah, I'll go right after work. I get off work at 2, so I'll go for like an hour. There's a ditch down the street from my house, right by Ryan Bonamino Park, by Mount Rubidoux.
Yeah.
It's called T Street. And a lot of the homies built it. And it's like just our local DIY. But it's cool because I could walk there, I could ride my bike there. And it's not the skate park, you know. It's a little rough, but it's friendly to me. It's like home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that shit. So yeah, I still skate as much as I can because it's kind of what's always been there. You know, when I was a kid, it was kind of like therapy, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in kind of a tumultuous environment with my parents, you know, and shit, fighting, just, you know, like a broken home.
Yeah.
A lot of us come from, you know, so I found my friends, my group, and I was like, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to be. These guys make me feel good. Like, we could fucking skate together. We all have that in common. We could talk to each other about bullshit, you know what I mean? And then, like, music kind of came into it more as I got a little older, from like 11 to 12. When I was 13, I started listening to like a little bit, like, well, let's go back. So fucking, my dad liked fucking punk rock music.
Yeah.
Like, he's from Orange County. So like he used to go to that place, the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
It was like a famous venue out there that like the Germs would play at, fucking TSOL, shit like that, like Orange County punk rock shit.
Yeah.
And he remembers all that shit. He'd tell me about it. Like, yeah, we fucking, like, you'd beat up skinheads in the parking lot because fuck those guys. And, like, you know, Jack Grisham, I think is his name, from TSOL. He's like, dude, that guy used to dress up in girls' clothes and he was so cool. Like, it didn't even matter. Like, he was so fucking rad. And so I kind of got, like, introduced to it like that. But I didn't like that shit then. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't give a shit about Black Flag. I was like, I want to listen to Korn, Dad. Like,
hell yeah.
let's like, can we listen to Limp Bizkit, please?
Yeah.
Like, I remember loving that shit so much, dude. Do you remember that show, Say What Karaoke?
No.
On MTV?
No.
Where, like, normal random ass fools would go on and you would compete in a karaoke contest. Like, me and you could go on and fucking sing an Oasis song together, you know what I mean? And then, like, Fidel and his lady can go on and fucking sing whatever, you know? And then at the end of the contest, you're judged on, like, all that shit. And people would go on dressed up like him. I was like, dude, telling my little brother, he's like 6. I think I'm like 10 or something. I was like, we need to get dressed up in Dickies and a backwards hat and like go sing Nookie, Connor. We could do it, dude. We're little kids, you know, they'll think it's great.
No, I've never heard of this show.
No, dude. Like, okay, so like I was raised by that shit kind of, you know, like my parents both worked a lot. So I watched a lot of fucking TV, dude. I was left to my own devices a lot. I was like a latchkey kid. I started going home when I was like 11 by myself. Like, my brother and sister would go to a babysitter, and our babysitter was, like, their babysitter was a trip full. She was, like, this gnarly Christian lady, and she used to make me change my T-shirts when I would go to her house, because I'd wear skateboard T-shirts.
The devil.
Yeah, I had the devil boy, like, in World Industries. Dude,
oh, yeah.
And he's, like, going like this on the back, and it like, the fucking, you know, the little horn sign, and it says, powered by evil. She was like, mijo, you cannot wear that in my house. And I was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like a little kid. I don't understand. And then I started realizing she was way more fucked up because she used to like feed her kids steak and shit, like give us like burnt ass hot dogs.
Fuck yeah. The only thing I remember from like MTV during that time, there was a show. I don't remember what the show was called, but it would let fans recreate music videos.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
It's like vaguely.
The only one I remember for some reason is like this girl being like a huge Avril Lavigne fan. And she recreated like the Skater Boy music video.
Oh shit!
I don't remember the name of the show though, but that's like one show I do remember from MTV.
Yeah, I remember, dude. Like MTV, like But like first off, like when I'd get home, Cops. I'd watch fucking Cops.
Oh,
And,
hell
like
yeah.
that shit was on. You know what I mean? My little chubby ass would go make top ramen or something, or like 10 fucking quesadillas, and just like sit there and just eat and fucking watch that shit, not do any of my homework. Tell my parents, yeah, I did that shit. I swear.
So like, how like you say when did you start getting more into like punk and stuff?
Like probably at like 13 years old. So like I went to school at Norte Vista, and there was this dude named John Maharowski. And do you remember him? He used to
That name
dress like
sounds
a
very
gnarly
familiar.
goth dude. Remember he used to wear like netting on his arms and shit?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I didn't know that was his name.
John Maharowski, dude.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
He'll
about.
never hear this ever, so it doesn't matter. We could talk all about this fool right now. Because he lives in like buttfuck Missouri somewhere.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so like this fool randomly, he was homies with this other fool named Alexis, who was like this tall punker looking dude, like really punker looking. He wore bullet belts and shit and fucking studs, charged hair, all that shit. And him and this other fool named Ziggy, who was also there, he had a fucking tattoo on his elbow, dude, and he was like 17 years old. I was like, this is the coolest fucking dude I've ever met in my life, dude. But this guy, John, I was in PE and I forgot something, so I couldn't wear my clothes. I didn't have my PE clothes, so I had to sit out. And that fool was sitting out too, and he was just like sitting up against the wall, kind of, you know, he's like the fucking weird kid, you know. I thought he was weird at the time because I didn't know what he was about.
Yeah.
And he had changed from goth. He wasn't goth no more. He was like crust.
Yeah.
He started wearing like tight ass zippers and like pants and like patches all over him, fucking hemp, all this shit. Smelled like patchouli.
Hell yeah.
Fucking. And he's sitting there and he's like jamming, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ask him what he's listening to. So I sit next to him, I'm like, what are you listening to, dude? And he fucking turns over the cassette and it's Dystopia.
Oh,
and I was
shit.
just like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's pretty intense. Like, it's the human equal garbage, the fucking monkey and everything.
Yeah.
And like, that's fucked up, dude. Like, what is that? He puts on Stress Build's character and just puts one in my ear. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this, dude? This is scary. Like, what the fuck?
It's
And
like the scene from Garden State, but instead,
Oh yeah.
the shins,
instead of the shit, it's fucking dystopia. So, the complete opposite effect. He's like, I'm like, oh. But I'm like 13 years old, and I think like life sucks. So I'm like, this is the shit. Like, I get it. And I didn't fucking understand anything this fool was saying. And then I got it later on when I became an adult. But yeah, that was like the first one. That, Flux of Pink Indians, APPLE. Like, he was listening to all that shit. But this full fucking genre jump, dude. Like, and I kind of just followed him because I didn't know. I just wanted to learn about music. He was like completely different than anyone I had met. So he started getting into like weird like metalcore shit. Like fucking like Bleeding Through.
Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
like the Red Chord. Fucking.
Oh, shit.
But then he would listen to like emo shit too. Like A Static Lullaby, Atreyu, As I Lay Dying,
Yeah.
Under Oath. Like that. That was all going on at that time.
Yeah.
Those bands were like popping.
they were
Sinai
huge.
Beach, like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? That was like a local kind of band. But yeah, he was all into that shit. So we would just go to his house, dude, and just listen to fucking cassettes. He had a cassette player and just a stack, and that's all we would do. We just listen to cassettes. And then he started smoking meth.
Oh shit.
But I didn't know what it was, you know what I mean? Because I had never seen anybody smoke meth. But him and this girl were fucking... I spent the night at his house one time, and we were watching this fucking... we watched Requiem for a Dream. I had never seen that shit.
Oh, that
I was
movie's
like,
fucked up.
this is fucking crazy, dude. Because I'm only like... I think at that time, I was 14 maybe at that time. And I was just like, dude, this is fucking a trip, dude. It was kind of a weird situation at his house. It was just like him and his mom, and they lived in like these kind of like little project houses that were on La Sierra. There was like 4 of them. They were all white. They were all exactly the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night, and him and this girl were just fucking twisting this pipe and like blowing these giant fucking clouds. And I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing? And this girl blew that shit in my face, and I lost it. I just tackled her because like my aunt did drugs and shit like that. So I knew they weren't doing something good.
Yeah.
And I thought that was disrespectful. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
And then like after that, shit just started getting weird with that fool. I was just like, yeah, dude, like, why are you fucking staying up all night? Like, that's fucking weird. Why are you always just writing in that fucking journal, like drawing nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So I just stopped kicking it with him, dude. I was like, all right, I'm kind of done with this, dude. Like, I'm not doing this no more. And then I kind of transitioned into these other fools, like this fool Marvin Arriaga. Like, I started kicking it with him, this other dude, Steven Rodriguez. And I started going to Showcase because they would go too.
Yeah.
I started going with that guy John, and then I started going there with them. This other guy named Dan Troop. He went to La Sierra. I don't even remember how I met these guys, to be honest with you. Oh, Marcos Barbosa. Do you remember that guy?
That sounds familiar.
He had a brother named what was his brother's name? I don't remember his brother's name, but Marcos was in a band. He was in this band called Never So Young. It was like an emo hardcore band. He played keyboard. It was like Under Oath type shit.
Fuck yeah.
But I started going to shows because of these guys.
Yeah.
And it was like all that type of shit, like Sinai Beach, Bound in Blood, fucking that type of music that was all going on. So it was just like, once I went there, dude, that's when it fucking another level. You know what I mean? Because I was at the schoolyard listening to it with this guy, then at his house, and now I'm inside of a fucking venue. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is so crazy in here. These fools are fucking each other up, but getting up, hugging each other, like laughing. It was super confusing to me, you know what I mean? Because violence in my eyes was not like that. You know what I mean? It was violent, but nobody was getting hugs after you got fucking an ass whooping, you know what I mean? So it was cool because it was like camaraderie, brotherhood. And then like, I'd be begging my parents, what can I do to get there on Friday? Can I get there on Friday, Mom? I just need $10, please. Yeah. You're just going to stand in line and wait? Yep. All my friends are there. Please, Mom. Be like 14 years old. And she would just let me go.
Yeah.
Because like I said, dude, my parents were fucking going through their shit. So they were kind of like, I was kind of left to my own device. I could do what I want. You know what I mean? Without like too much repercussion. So I started going there. Saw a bunch of fucking shows. Got my fucking face busted a bunch of times. The first time I ever got socked in the face was there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I fucking caught a back fist to like the face, and my lip got stuck to my braces. Pretty sure Jacob helped me pull them off. I took Jacob there the first time he ever went to showcase. I took him. It wasn't his first show, but it was the first time he ever went there. It was like some metalcore shit, I think. And I think me and Jose went there to go see some crazy metalcore shit too. Like that was just what was popping back then in Riverside, dude. A lot of those local bands, but I don't know, like, would you say Sinai Beach was that?
They were local. They're from Riverside.
No, but like, would you say they were like metalcore? Would you say like Bound in Blood?
I would say Sinai Beach is more like a metalcore band. Yeah. Like super Christian also.
I didn't know that then. You know what I mean? Like I remember seeing like Suicide Silence before they were like ever really anything, you know what I mean? And then there was like other Oblige, that band Oblige.
Yeah. Remember the Final Burden?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the singer worked at Zoomies.
Yeah, dude, fucking weird story. Manny dated that guy's sister back in the day when we were kids.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I remember being like, dude, you fucking hang out with them? Like that's a fucking we watched them last weekend. Like that's crazy. Dude, I forgot about that fucking band, dude. There was like Job for a Cowboy. Those guys played there a bunch. Like I saw Under Oath there fucking a bunch of times. I seen people jump off the fucking top. I remember hearing about Evan jumping off the top. Where they sold merch. And I was just like, that's so crazy, dude. That's so high. I couldn't fathom that back then. Yeah. I couldn't fathom it because I was like, you're fucked, dude. I kind of like looked up to him and Omar because I was like, dude, these guys are heavy. Like they fucking understand.
Fucking crazy.
Well, they just understood a lot about music. I always loved Jacob for that too. Like that fool was always so smart with music, you know? He would remember lyrics like so good. I'm like, how the fuck you listen to this thing one time? I'd be like struggling, like trying to remember them. Listen again. But they put me on to other music too. Like Jacob, when I met that fool, he put me on to like Modest Mouse, Built to Spill. You know what I mean? Like
a lot of like indie stuff.
A lot of shit I never even heard of, dude. Yeah. Like him and Kyle, they like fucking changed my whole view on that shit because I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything about computers. And they showed me like how to download illegal music and stuff. Yeah. And like, oh, this is how you get away with this. And you ever heard of a Winamp playlist? You can make one of those. And I was like, what the fuck is all this? How do you guys know about this? You know? I didn't know anything about that back then. So it was like every time I met new people, I learned something new from them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was bitching because like I'm still friends with these people. And it's been 20 some odd years. Like, you know, me and you have known each other for quite some time. I don't remember you from high school. I don't really remember the first time we met either. And I don't remember the first time I met Eddie either. I'm pretty sure I was probably fucked up, but... Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just remember we used to go to parties a lot and you'd always take pictures of me passed out. Yeah. Like all the time. I have like numerous photos. You'd always take a shit in someone's bathroom and take a photo. And then I would always get a photo of me passed out. We went to like some mansion one time, didn't we? Like some like house like up on like the Orange Groves one time. I feel like we did. It was like we were tripping on it. Or we went to some weird ass house.
Was it because because I remember going to a mansion party because Cisco's I think it was like Cisco's nephew was like friends with this guy.
It was a random ass party and we were there.
Yeah, it was
and we were like not supposed to be there. It wasn't like our type of party, I don't think.
I don't remember if we were not supposed to. I just remember going to a mansion party with like Cisco and his nephew, and I remember getting there and like looking at the house. I was like, okay, this house is pretty big, but I wouldn't call it a mansion. Mm-hmm. And then like we go to the backyard and it's fucking massive.
Right? Does it go down in levels?
Yeah.
And there was like a tennis court and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I was there.
Okay, yeah. Because there was like one level was like the basketball court.
Yes.
And then the next level was like a pool.
Dude. Yeah.
And then the tennis court, and then it's just like a little trail with a bench.
And my little crooked ass was just fucking walking through that whole house, just looking through all their shit, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what do they got? What's in here, dude? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Because I don't even think I was with my lady at that time. I was younger still. We were pretty young, right?
Yeah, we were young. I think freshly 21, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
for
a
sure.
long time ago.
Yeah, I was already heavily drinking by then. I fucking started drinking when I was like 13.
I was about to ask you because how long have you been like not drinking now?
I haven't drank in like 2 years and 3 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I quit the day after our baby shower for my son.
Yeah.
I was like at the ditch skating, and I was with the homies, and the homie went to hand me a beer. It was like a Coors Light, and I was like, that was my shit. You know what I mean? I'd body those things, and like he handed it to me, and I was like, you know what? I cracked it. I was about to put it in my mouth, and I was like, all right, nah, I don't want this, man. Do you want it? And he just took it, and then that was it. I just never drank again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I fucking just stopped. Because, like, I don't know. I felt like life kind of gave me a purpose that was bigger than myself, and I needed to be, like, fully fucking present for it. You know what I mean? Like, I still smoke marijuana, but, like, only, like, you know, I'll smoke before I go to the gym, before I skate, and, like, if I, like, maybe at night when we go, like, watch a movie or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like how it was before where I would be, like, zooted all day, you know? But alcohol was the real problem because alcohol always led to harder drugs. Like, harder drugs being, like, things you put up your nose and shit like that. And we would just be partying and shit, you know? And, like, it never felt good afterward. You feel like shit, you know what I mean? And, like, there's no true benefit to it. Like, you could look it up, research it. There is no benefit to that shit at all. So I just choose to not partake in it. I don't condemn it, but I don't condone it for myself.
Yeah.
You know, my wife's also been sober for 3 months or 3 years. Sorry, 3 years. 3 years, nothing. You know what I mean? I still smoke weed. She don't do shit. She's just like,
Damn.
but yeah, dude, I started drinking when I was 13. Like, first time I ever got drunk was at I don't remember what elementary it was, but we were hanging out on the playgrounds. We got a homeless person to buy us tall cans. I got 3 tall cans of Bud Ice. And it was like me, my homie Catfish, my homie Ivan Macias, I think he was there. And then this girl, her name was Melissa, and she drove us there. She had a car. So, like, I was like 13, dude. They were like fucking 16, 17 already. And I got fucked up, dude. I think it was at La Granada or Terrace. One of those 2 schools. I don't remember. But I drank like fucking 3 of them. And I was like throwing up, so fucked up, dude. Like, I remember like telling him, I need gum. My mom's picking me up at Fast Trip. I don't want to fucking smell. Like, and I'm like sitting outside of Fast Trip right there on Tyler, just like, and like I sprayed Axe all over I went inside, sprayed Axe all over myself. And I get in her car and I'm just like, and she's like, you're drunk. And I was like, nuh-uh. Like, I'm fine. I said, nuh-uh. She's like, look at me. I was like, no. She's like, you're drunk. I was like, I'm sorry. No, just a little bit, Mom. Yeah, dude. And then after that, I graduated to King Cobra 40s with the other homies. Like, and I would just drink those. Dude, we would drink at school. We would drink at fucking Norte Vista, dude. Like, you know, I didn't really smoke pot or anything like that in high school, but I was already drinking. And I started smoking weed like when I was probably like a junior or something like that. I remember getting stoned and going back to school and being so terrified and thinking like, why the fuck did I do this? And then I'd do it again the next day. And just like, you know, I ditched a lot. With my buddy Robert and Kyle. Like, we were in Braves TV. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We were in that shit. So, like, we had a little pass to go to the car, say, like, we'd get camera equipment and stuff. But then we would just leave. We would save our lunch money, dude, and fucking drive to LA to go skate. We would, like, save on gas and, like, just go to LA and skate. We'd be in LA all day, dude, not at school. Our parents had no idea. At, like, 14, I think Like, if their fucking parents knew, my mom would have killed me. But yeah, man, it was like, started drinking then heavily into my 20s. A lot in my 20s. Like, every time I would see you guys, we'd be partying.
Oh, that dude. Up. That time period, like, I think about it sometimes. I'm like,
at your house, the one on Clark or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Remember the Halloween party? It was just,
fool. Yeah, I think I just showed up with my face painted. I just had my face painted. I had a shirt on that said Halloween costume. There's a picture of me and Nate, fucking we're arms around each other, wearing that shit. I just look fucked up, dude.
Were you at that party, Eddie?
I think so. Yeah, I think I had my like a locust mask.
I
remember Trevor's like, I don't even have to like guess who that is.
Yeah, dude. I always knew you fucking. That's like one of your favorite groups, huh? That band. Dude, I saw them in 2005 at Coachella.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. I didn't even know they played.
Fucking perfect timing because Coachella just passed. But like, dude, they fucking played, and Blood Brothers played too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so fucking, I remember like, you love that drummer. Mm-hmm. I think I told you, dude, I watched him like struggle to take his fucking shirt because he had like,
every show.
It took him like 20 minutes, dude, and he was getting so fucking mad. He was just like,
just fucking sweaty and tight on him.
And he's like, fucking trying to pull it off. And they're just sitting there, just running the keyboards. Just, I'm sitting there like, this is so crazy. I can't believe I'm going to see this right now. Like, these guys look like the fools. They look like the Foot Clan, dude. Like, that's what I was tripping on. Because Jim Greco and Baker 2G used, Hairspray Suppository?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he used that fucking song. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is so tight. And, that's when, and I got to see him. Blew my mind, dude. I was like, this is so intense. This is so cool. That Coachella, dude, it should be like that still.
Yeah.
It was like, I saw Pinback. I saw fucking them. I saw Blood Brothers. I saw Mos Def and Talib Kweli, New Order, fucking The Faint.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Bright Eyes. Arcade Fire when they just came to the United States from Canada. Like, it was crazy, dude. It was so cool. And now it's just like a fucking photo op.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The music's so whack. Like,
well, it's 2 weekends now, and I was reading about how, like, the first weekend is just for influencers.
Really?
Like, well, I mean, not like officially, but that's what it basically is.
I fucking hate this world, dude. I was like talking to the homie today. Who the fuck was telling me, dude? Who was telling me? Oh, Dylan, dude. Dylan was telling me this shit. He's like, the internet ruined everything, dude. He's like, nothing's regional anymore. Yeah. And I was like, damn, that kind of like hit me.
You know what? That's true.
Yeah. Nothing's regional.
That's true.
Nothing, dude. Cali style is not Cali style anymore. It could be anywhere. You could be in fucking Oklahoma and be like, yeah, dog, I'm wearing fucking Dickies and fucking all this shit.
Damn, that's
They're
crazy.
like, oh, where'd you see that? Oh, I seen it on the internet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a trip, dude. Like, how nothing, I mean, it's very hard to be original nowadays. Almost impossible.
Yeah.
With a lot of things. That's why a lot of people just take from their generation and they'll kind of reimagine an image, reimagine a type of art, and then they use it as their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess everything's kind of regurgitated, like tattoos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All this shit's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Like this snake right here is from like Amon Dietzel, who is like some tattoo artist from Milwaukee, right? And I just found out about him like when I was in my 20s. And this is from that, right? Like, and how many times has this been done over, changed and all that shit? But it's like, I feel like back in the day, dude, before, like, we grew up before the internet.
Oh, yeah.
That shit happened in everything went online in like 1997, I think.
Or yeah, I think so.
That's like when it went online.
I think so.
Or maybe it was 96, but.
Can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah.
The mic, put it like kind of flat, like, yeah. Like, go do what you were doing. Yeah, like that.
All right.
And then bring it down a little bit. And then out towards me. There you go.
All right.
There we go. Oh, perfect.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know how these things work. It's very intrusive.
How do you feel about raising a boy like with the new technology? Like,
well, like, I mean, dude, just raising a child in general, dude. You know what I mean? Raising a boy, that's a whole nother thing. You know, I was telling my wife that, like, dude, like, we gotta like, I want him to like be what he is. You know what I mean? Like, and whatever he wants to be is cool. Like, when he gets older, if he wants to do whatever he wants with his body, with whoever, you know, I don't care. But right now he's with us, you know what I mean? And I feel like we just got to guide him. We got to give him the best care, the best, like, just make him a confident individual, dude, not a people pleaser, dude. Yeah. A lot of people are people pleasers nowadays, me included, you know? But that's all based on the way you're raised, you know what I mean? And society, dude, it puts a lot of fucking strangleholds on men nowadays. And I'm not trying to fucking say like I feel sorry for dudes at all, you know, because women have been put through the ringer for fucking ever, you know, and that shit's hard as fuck. You know, I'm listening to a podcast right now about like OJ Simpson and all that shit, like because he just died. So like I was like, oh, I want to fucking get into this again.
Yeah.
I want to read about the trial. And it's like how dismissive they were of like his wife and like all the fucking things that she like, yo, he's gonna fucking kill me, blah, blah, and they didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's a hard world. It's a hard world, and I just want my son to be confident and, you know, walk with his head tall and know that he doesn't have to make anyone happy but himself in the end. You know what I mean? Just be responsible, dude. Be responsible. Own up to your shit all the time. And if you have an issue, come talk to me. I want my son to be able to like talk to me about anything. I want an open relationship with him. You know, I don't want walls because that's when kids lie. And that's when they do things that like you necessarily don't want them to do. Yeah. And it's like if they don't have the confidence with their parents, then they go and find it in someone else. And maybe that person isn't the person you want them to fucking hang out with. Like that's what I did. You know, that's what a lot of us do. We go fucking hanging out with people because we don't got that shit at home. Yeah. Because our parents aren't fucking emotionally mature. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, dude. It's about being emotionally mature. And I'm learning that. I'm still learning. I'm not going to fucking get this shit down in fucking 2 years. Yeah. You know? Because ever since I stopped drinking, I got a better head on my shoulders. And ever since I had my son, I had a different purpose in life now. So it's like, you know, you have to be there in every single way for them. And you have to be supportive and you have to respect them. Yeah. A lot of people don't respect their kids, dude. Yeah. Like, they just think like spanking them, oh, I'm gonna fucking hit them and then they're gonna learn, you know what I mean? It's like, would you want somebody to fucking do that to you, dude? Yeah. Like, hell no, you wouldn't. And it's like, you wonder why they fucking turn their backs on you at times in their lives. You know? It makes complete sense. So, it's like, I don't know, man. Being a parent, you learn a lot about yourself as this shit goes on. A lot. You know, you're like, fuck, I didn't get that. Or like, maybe I'm doing this like this. Or like, oh, okay, I need to pause for a second because I'm doing the wrong thing right now. You know, sometimes you have to take it back. Yeah. I have to piss.
Oh, okay.
Have you listened to his rap?
When it used to be on Bandcamp.
It's dope. Yeah. It's dope. I dig that shit.
You know who Christian is?
Maybe I would have to see a picture.
The homegirl Aline, it's her man. They just had a kid together. He's fucking friends with like the dudes from Hordes. He's that fool that beat that shit up at the fucking house party. The computer
with the bat.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, this is his shit right here. He sells fucking Japanese vinyl toys and shit, and like he just put out like a little album through his shit. So I was like, dude, you got to give me one of those so I could run it, wear it at work, and it's like a fucking little vampire dude sitting on a charred body. So like people looked at it, we're like, dude, what the fuck is that? You know, but to circle back to what Eddie was saying, yeah, man, this day and age, I just don't want to give him like a phone or anything like that right away. I'm not trying to give him an iPad. I'm not going to do that. I just try to take him outside. Little boys need to be outside.
Yeah, I think that would be my biggest issue. Like, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
Because technology is scary, dude, and I feel like it kind of like it fucks with their heads. Like, because I see it all the time with little kids just fucking face planted on their iPads.
Yeah, dude.
And I don't know. I think it's just like a quick fix for little situations. Like, it's like, oh, this kid's being annoying, or I don't want him running around, you know, so here, just.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, too, we're doing that. So it's like, that's what you have to be mindful of, too. It's fucking crazy. Like, my wife's like, yo, I'm like, fuck, my bad, shit. You know, because I don't want him fucking, you know, being like, oh, that's what's normal, you know? Yeah. It's not fucking normal because that shit never existed prior to the fucking 1997, like we were saying, you know? You just go outside, dude. Like, I used to be outside from, like, fucking as soon as I was, like, able to go outside, I was outside. Like, my mom used to, like, lock the screen door and be like, fucking go play. I'd ride my bike everywhere, dude. All through fucking Orlando, all through those areas in the hills behind, like, Norta Vista and all that. Those were the hills behind my dad's house. So, like, I would go back there and ride my bike and break TVs and shit because people used to dump shit back there, you know? But it's all about just getting him outside, dude. Little boys are feral as fuck. He's a maniac. Like, he's like, as soon as I get home, he just runs up to me and just full fucking guttural, yells at me. I'm just like, all right, man, let's go. He wants to wrestle. Like, they have like this fucking, I don't know, this like liveliness to them. It's different because I've been around. Like, I'm the oldest of 4, so like I have a sister, you know, I've been around like my little cousins and shit, and like girls are just they're so much more mellower, dude. Like, and like I knew it was gonna happen. He's my kid. I'm a spaz, so like I have this kid now, and I'm dealing with it. You know, it's the best.
Little mini version of you.
Yeah, dude. Even Nara already said it. She's like, look at the look he's doing right now. Look what he's doing. Like he'll look at you while he's doing some shit. Like he'll be like. I'm like, what the hell, man? And they're like, hey, pick that up. He'll pick it up and go, just drop it again, you know? And I'm like, all right, Santi. His name's Santiago. But yeah, dude, it's the best, man. I was prepared for either, you know? But obviously having a boy, it's like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah, I feel like raising a girl would be so much scarier.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know if
those teenage years.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I don't know if
that.
I'll be able to handle that shit, dude. I don't know. I'm like, nah, I know these little dirtbag motherfuckers are out here, dude. Because I was a little dirtbag motherfucker. I know what's going on here. But that's like kind of the cool thing about like living kind of the way I did throughout my younger years is like kind of gives me an upper hand as a father. You know what I mean? Like I know what's up. Like I have a good intuition. I've been around. You know what I mean? So if like he comes home a certain way, or if he's hanging out with certain people, I could be like, oh, no, man, that ain't happening. Sorry. I'll explain to you, though. Let's come in here. I'll talk to you and tell you why. And that's all I want to do, dude. Like, I feel like a lot of parents don't do that shit, man. You got to break that shit down for them. They do not get shit right away. Yeah. Our frontal fucking like lobe is not even fucking fully developed until we're like 25. That's why fucking kids are so crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to break it down to them, dude. So I'm just learning that. Even with my 2-year-old, like I'm just learning to even be more like mellow and chill with my lady. You know what I mean? Because it's like having a kid's stressful. You get off, like I wake up at 4, I get home and it's on. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, she's got to go to the gym. All right, cool. Like I'm going to help her make dinner. Then I'm going to put Santi down, but he might not go down for like an hour and a half, which is hella frustrating sometimes. Yeah. You know, it's fucking freaky. You're like, how did I get here? Like, what is all this? You know, it's just new every day, something new. You know, I know that like you're kind of like taking up a role kind of like as a stepfather now, right? So like, how do you feel about it? You know what I mean?
I mean, I was telling you, you know, I was intimidated by the whole aspect of that. Like just because I've always been, I don't want kids. You know, I've always been like that. Like I didn't want to have kids. The closest I ever gotten to like accepting the idea that like I'm gonna have a kid possibly was with my ex Yaris. Like that was the only time I was like, okay, you know, like maybe it'll happen. But I mean that relationship ended, and I took that as like, okay, I for sure don't want to do this. And then getting with Anna, it was intimidating at first. You know, she has 2 kids of her own, like from a previous relationship, and at first once things started getting serious, I was just like, nah, like I don't want to do this. And it was more fear than anything. Yeah. It was more like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. But the thing that kind of made me more open to the idea was the fact that like her kids are older. So I was like, okay, like I feel like I could manage that, you know? And I mean, now like we don't live together or anything, but like I love being around the kids, you know, I love talking to them, having conversations with them, and like I can tell they appreciate like me like being interested in what they're saying, you know.
Yeah, so paying attention to
them,
man.
Yeah,
like being dialed in with them, you know what I mean? That's what you got to do. I feel like
even when he's like her son especially, like I tell he's become pretty attached to me. Yeah, and like because he'll talk to me about stuff, and this stuff I have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, but I'll just be like, oh, you know, that's cool.
You know about Fortnite, man? You ever talk about it?
No, he's like obsessed with Roblox.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, like
maybe I will one day.
No, so when he was showing me what it was, it fucking blew my mind, dude. It's like crazy, some gamer developer shit.
What is it? You know what it is?
It's like a community thing, right? Yeah. Like they even have like parties where they have like Mexican songs. Have you seen that?
No.
Like what kind of Mexican songs?
Like cumbia stuff.
Hey,
like,
cumbia's tight,
everyone's just dancing and partying, but
that sounds dope. Actually,
like, it's funny.
And you just build shit and dance.
Yeah.
What's up? Where do we sign up?
So like Roblox initially started off as like a gaming training thing for like game developers, but they turned it into a game and basically like how MySpace was for us with coding. You know how like we learned basically how to get
your shit all laid out and stuff, get your song, your back page.
Like that's the only thing I could like compare it to.
Or like kind of like a better version of like Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Remember that?
No.
No?
It was on PlayStation, right? or was it?
I don't know. It was for the younger generation because I was like my nieces were into it.
So you played it a lot.
So I played it a lot.
No,
But
dude,
it's similar.
it's a video game.
It's
Like a Sims type of thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I didn't really fuck with computers or video games that
Yeah, me
much. Like
neither.
the last video game I really honestly played that I was into that shit. Like I played fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Fuck yeah.
And then my brother got a PlayStation, and I think I was a freshman. Whenever Vice City came out, I fucked with that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I fucked with that. And then after that, like, I didn't give a shit about video
Yeah.
games because I was like, I'm outside, I'm
Yeah.
fucking skating. I want to get stoned and like talk to girls and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I wouldn't talk to girls because I was scared as fuck. I didn't even know how to do it. Like, hey, go tell her I like her or something. You know? Fucking, but yeah, dude. So, and especially where we grew up, dude, those girls were scary. I liked cholas. Like, I was
Yeah.
into it, dude. We went to school with this girl named Fanny. She was.
I know who you're talking about. Oh shit, I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, dude. I had the biggest crush on that girl in high school, dude. Like, I remember.
Fuck, I forgot about her.
I was a kid, you know what I mean? I was like fucking 13. She sat next to me. I was like, dude, she's so cute. But she was scary as fuck.
She was scary.
And dude, I fucking, you know how like on Facebook it'll show you like people you may know, and it's like her,
Yeah.
and she's covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
Dude, she had "fuck RPD" across her neck.
A real tattoo?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, damn, dude, this is crazy. This is so crazy.
Damn, I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That school produced some fucking animals for sure. That
Yeah.
place was scary sometimes. Like I was there. You were there when those riot shit happened,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Fucking those fools in Batdorf was in there body slamming kids.
Someone knocked out the principal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy school to go to around that time. I heard it's like way nicer now. Like
Yeah.
probably like one of the higher testing schools in like Southern California, I heard.
Damn.
Yeah. And when we went there, it was like, I don't even think we had tests.
You just had lockdowns.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, we had
lockdowns.
lockdowns.
Dude, some fool got stabbed while we
In the
were
front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got stabbed in the face. I remember that.
Yeah, some fool got stabbed. Fools used to get fucking literally their heads beaten in at the church right there on fucking JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
I used to park there when I started driving to school.
Yeah,
Because
like-
I mean, I didn't have a license, and you had to have a license to get a parking permit to park on campus.
Fool's
So-
like, nah, I just got the car. Like,
You never got
do
your
I
car
really
towed
need the
or nothing?
license?
No, I mean, eventually, I think they put like chains or something, so nobody could park there in the morning.
I was a bum. I didn't have no car in school. I didn't even try. I told my mom I didn't care. Like,
me neither.
I was like, nah, they'll drive me around.
No, the car I was driving was because at the time my dad had left my mom, and like as a like I'm sorry type of thing, he bought a car. They bought a car on his name, and he was gonna keep paying it. And my mom was like, I don't want that fucking car, so I was like, fuck it, I'll drive it. You know.
You're all kicked
But my dad
out.
never paid it, so it got repossessed.
Fuck. Damn, fool. Yeah, my first car, I crashed the fuck out of that thing, dude. I spilled coffee on myself, dude. Coffee. It was a 1986 Volvo. It was a 760 turbocharged Volvo.
Oh,
it was
shit.
my Theo Jesse's, and this fool gave it to me because he just didn't want it anymore. He's like, this shit's been sitting on the side of my house. It runs. Like, I don't want it. He upgraded. He got a Beamer and shit. This fool's a cardiologist at UCLA. He came from Mexico. He was a doctor in Mexico. And then he became a cardiogram technician. That's what it is, a cardiogram technician. He's from Mexico City, and he came over here and did that. But anyways, did good for himself. Gives me this fucking car. I get my license. I'm driving it. Like 3 weeks into having it, dude, I'm going down Riverwalk. My girlfriend at the time lived over there, and I forgot my camera, and we were going skating. So I was like, dude, I got to go back and get my camera. Like, I want to take photos. So I turned around. I'm going. This car didn't have cup holders, so I just put the hot coffee in between my fucking whatever. This shit was full, dude. Fucking lid pop, dude. It was hot, dude. I was just like, fuck. Like trying to get it off, you know what I mean? And totally went and up onto the curb and almost hit a light pole, completely turned the wheel to the left as hard as I could and slid for like 50 feet and then went up and over the median and just bent in both of my fucking right side tires.
You're the reason they have the barricades on there now.
Yeah, dude, people fucking. How is it that people die on that road all
No,
the time?
it was so common. That's why they put those
Yeah,
signs
dude.
up. I don't know how, dude.
Fools just fly down. Dude, I have become that guy on the block, dude. Fools fly down my street and I get hot. Like,
oh, I thought you were saying you become the guy that's flying.
No, hell no. Dude, like, once you become a dad, you're just like on some dad shit. You're just like, slow the fuck down. What the fuck? God damn it. It says 35. fucking going 50, homie. What are you doing? Dude, I stopped my car. Dude, it's bad. So I'm driving the other day and I turn on my street and this lady is just riding my ass, dude. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, this is so irresponsible.
Yeah.
I have my child in the car. Like, what the fuck are you doing, lady? And she's like some fucking, waspy ass lady, some, older white lady. And she's just like throwing her hands up in her car. And like, I'm about to turn into my driveway. So I stop because I have to make a left.
Yeah.
And she honks her horn and has put that shit in park. And I get out. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you acting like this? Like, am I not moving fast enough? Like, are you in that much of a hurry? It's 5. Like, where are you going? You know what I mean? Like, I have my child in the car. She's like, get back in your car. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I was like, you started this. Dude, that's happened a couple times. There's some characters over in the area where I live, man. Like, they've been there a while, you know what I mean? And I'm like the newer generation. I got all these tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
And like, they don't. So, like, some lady almost hit me and my son because I go on walks with my son, like, every day.
Yeah, I see that. That's tight.
Yeah, every day I try to take him on a walk. He loves listening to like soul music and like jazz, and like we'll listen to that shit. And I just bring him his little bento box of snacks, and he just sits there and munches, and we just cruise the block, dude. I've gone down so many different weird little alleyways. There's so many cool alley systems over there. But yeah, some lady almost hit me and my son, and I was like, "Yo, there's a stop sign. Like you have to stop for pedestrians." And she's like, "I'm sorry. I was like, "It's all right. Just be mindful."
Yeah.
And she was like, keep walking. She rolls down her window, dude. She's like, well, you were on your cell phone.
Oh my God.
I was changing the song. And I was just like, what the fuck, lady? Like, what is this world we're living in, man? Like, what the hell is this shit? I don't know, dude. I love the older generation, but I'm low-key kind of happy they're getting phased out.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 18 on my 18th birthday.
Yeah. What was it?
It was a fucking, it's a skateboarding tattoo. It's a 4-star thing right here on the inside of my arm. It's called the Street Pirate.
Who did it?
This dude named Steve Varner, who worked at Empire Tattoo.
Oh,
so
shit.
Scuba just started apprenticing there at the time. This was in like 2006.
Yeah.
I just graduated high school. Scuba was 18 years old, or 19. That's when he started apprenticing. And I was waiting to turn 18 because I graduated high school when I was 17 because my birthday is in November. So I'm younger than everybody.
Yeah.
I was like pretty much a year younger than all the kids I went to school with. But yeah, dude, my mom I was like, Mom, can I have $100 to get a tattoo? And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, just this one, right? And I'm like, yeah, for sure, just this one.
Just this one?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's laughing because I'm fucking covered in these now. But like, yeah, so I got that one. And I was like, damn, like that shit wasn't that bad. Like that kind of sucked, but it wasn't that bad. So then the next week I made an appointment to get my fucking collarbone tattooed, like with a little collar up here tattooed. And then like 3 months after that, I ended up selling the guy that tattooed my collarbone. I sold him all my snowboarding gear because I never went snowboarding.
Yeah.
I sold him all my snowboarding gear to tattoo my chest. So I got my whole chest piece done for like trading him all my snowboard shit because he was getting back into snowboarding.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I want that fucking eagle and snake on my chest. Put that shit on there.
How was it?
Sucked.
Yeah.
Super bad. Yeah, dude. Because I remember, dude, I took a bunch of Norcos and like drank a fucking 40. Because I was like, I'm gonna be fucked up when I get this shit. I ain't gonna feel nothing. Dude, by the time he actually got to tattooing me, because this fool used to lag.
Like sobered up.
Yep, I was fine. It was like God's way of saying, nah, motherfucker, you ain't getting out of this one. I was like, fuck, all right. And I just sat there, dude, and got the whole shit outlined. And I had it outlined for probably like another 2 or 3 months. And then I got it fucking the black shading. And then I got the color. So I did it in 3 sessions when I should have just done it in 2 and not been a little fucking sissy about it. But yeah, dude, I got that one. And then Steve started fucking really tattooing, and it was like all downhill.
Game
after that.
over.
Yeah, dude. I was like, hook me up, player. And he was like, let's do this tattoo on you. Like, let's do this. And I was like, all right, for sure, I'm down. So like, I have all these fucking tattoos from pretty much all my friends. Like,
Yeah.
I got tattoos from Steve, Jeff Seifert, Zach Rogers, Val, fucking a couple dudes from the other tattoo shop at Empire. But that's pretty much it, dude. Just like the homies have tattooed me.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything from like super gnarly people like in other countries or states or anything. But I kind of like it that way.
Yeah. Like all mine, I just have my arms, but all mine are homies.
Yeah, you too, right?
Yeah.
Aren't yours all your friends?
Yeah, Scuba, Val, Zach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and like some of those fools aren't with us no more. Like Zach's gone, you know what I mean? So I cherish those things. You know what I mean? That shit means a lot to me. Like, I have one from Nate, dude. He fucking did his name on me.
Oh shit!
It says Nate, and this fool did the N, the A, and the T, and said he was tired and wanted to go home.
So it said Nat?
Yeah, I was like, I'm finishing this shit, fool. And I'm like, because we were fucked up, dude. We were like blackout drunk, and he was like, I'm tired. I want to go home. I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm leaving. And fucking yeah, dude, I finished it. But yeah, dude, I love them. I love getting tattooed. I always tell people at work, like, man, this is the only thing we get to take. Yeah. Everything else fucking stays. All this material shit, like this shit don't matter. The shit on our body does though, because we have to go home with it. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. But I don't know. I kind of want to fucking be tough like Eddie and get the hands, the fucking neck.
Might as well, dude. You got everything else.
I know, huh? And I don't think my job cares either. Like they don't really give a fuck about that. Nah, there's people there with fucking face tattoos. There's some like new hire person that has like their whole eyebrow tattooed. And so I'm walking down the way, and I was like, "Holy crap, dude!" Like, fucking walking through. No,
I think California specifically, they don't really give a shit.
Nah.
I mean, obviously certain spots, but yeah, for the most part,
kind of ties back into that thing about people getting phased out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's acceptable now because we're going to become the older generation, dude, and we're the motherfuckers that are covered in this shit.
Yeah, I had brought that up before because this past Halloween, Anna and me would take the kids to the pumpkin patch like every year. So this past time we went, I noticed like a lot of families, like the parents were like fucking tatted up.
Yeah.
And it was like a normal thing. I was like, damn. Like, and I was thinking about that, like, because I remember growing up, it was only a certain type of person gets tattoos.
Yeah, cholos.
Cholo, yeah, exactly.
Where we grew up, it was cholos.
Cholos, yeah. So I was like this, that's fucking wild to see that. Yeah.
I remember that. It was like bikers. I lived next door to a biker dude. His name was Eddie.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. He had a skullet. He had a skull.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was me.
He looked like homie from that Aqua Team Hunger Force cartoon.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he looked like that fool, dude. And he had crazy like he was like a Hell's Angel or some shit like that. He just had tattoos, and I just remember looking at him all the time. I'd always see people, and I'd just look at him. You know what I mean? Like my grandpa's homie growing up, he had a fucking pinup girl on his arm, like how I have this one right here.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got this, I was like, that's why I'm getting it, because I remember seeing it as a kid and being like, that's so tight. Like, that's so tight. And my parents got tattooed when I was a kid. Like, my mom fucking got a tramp stamp, and she took us with her. Like, the one thing you're supposed to not do is take your kids, and she took us, but I don't know, she turned 35 and was like, I want to get a tramp stamp. So we fucking went.
What did she get?
She got, I don't know, like fucking some like flower shit. You know, and then my dad, he got tattooed like after my great nana died. He got like R.I.P. Maria like on his fucking chest, right there at the shop, kind of like in Arlanza, right there. What's it called, dude? It's in the corner by like where El Pollo Loco is now.
Oh, it's still there too.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the shop.
Twilight. Right?
Is it Twilight?
Yeah. A girl we went to high school with fucking tattoos there. Jessica Wise. Not Jessica Wise. Jessica. What the hell's her name? Some girl we went to high school with tattoos there, though. Her sister ended up buying that shop, and I think they tattoo there now.
Oh,
but I just
shit.
randomly came across the tattoo page like a couple years ago and be like, what the fuck? Like, that person tattoos?
Yeah, because I remember seeing that shop when La Pizza Loca was right there.
That used to be Burger King right there.
Yeah, and Burger King was right there too. Yeah.
My dad's divorced ass used to buy us those fucking chicken sandwiches on the submarine bread. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He'd buy like 10 of those motherfuckers because they were $1. He'd cut them in half and put them on a plate, and we'd watch TV, watch movies. It would be movie night. All right, guys, fucking family style movie night. And I was looking at him like, sad ass motherfucker. Can't even make us a grilled cheese or some shit, dude. Come on.
So
My dad only knew how to fucking do two things, dude. He knew how to do chilaquiles, and he wouldn't even put sauce on them, so they weren't chilaquiles really.
So it was just nacho chips?
It would just, no, it was
Tortilla
just like,
chips?
No, it was eggs. You know, he would do it with eggs. He would do like, he was like, the egg.
Oh, that's a struggle meal for sure, right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was getting divorced.
Huevos con fucking chopped up tortillas.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, it was
dude.
that, and like he would make like fideo. You know what I mean? And I was down for that shit, but I didn't call it fideo because I didn't know how to say it, so I just called it Mexican spaghetti. Because I was a little kid, I didn't know how to fucking like. I didn't understand. I didn't even like. my dad told me I was Mexican when I was like fucking 5. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, well, your grandma, my dad's second generation. So I'm third. I'm pretty removed from it. But he's like, well, your great grandma's, she came from Mexico in the early 1900s to, Texas. And then they went to San Diego. And your nonna was born there. And I was born there. I was like, oh, for sure. And then he shows me pictures of all these dark-ass brown people that are his aunts and uncles. And I'm just like, what the fuck? These are like, I'm related to these people, Dad? Oh, yeah, this is your Theo, whatever. I'm just like, all right, for sure. Like, that's tight. You know what I mean? That's cool. Because Mom's family's fucking weird looking. You know what I mean? Like, these guys got big-ass mustaches and like cool hair and shit. And, like, some of them had tattoos. I was like, these guys are fucking tight looking. Then my dad took me there. My nonna used to take me down there, too, to San Diego, like, where my great nonna lived. By the time I was, like, old enough to meet my great nonna, she was like 96 years old, and she thought I was my dad.
Really?
She'd be, oh, mi Vicente, mi hijo, mi corazón, and kiss me and shit. I'd be like, Dad, she's calling me Vince. Like, I'm Trevor, and she's like, it's okay, let her, just let her be. But yeah, dude, like that, like changed my life, kind of. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know, and then like I kind of like where we grew up, I kind of started to identify with it in my head, but I never felt like it because of the way I look. You know what I mean? And no one ever gave me that, like, dude. Like, everyone was like, fuck you, white boy.
Did you ever get shit for it?
Yeah, dude. People call me white boy. You know what I mean? Like, Mexican kids at school. But you ain't fucking Mexican, white boy. Shut up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fool, I swear to God. Like, why would I make that up? You guys fucking struggle. Why the fuck would I make this up, dude? Like, being brown in America ain't cool. You know what I mean? That shit's hard. But at the same time, like, I cared about that shit. It meant something to me because my dad showed me the pictures and, like, the culture and like all that shit. And he kind of lost sight of it too because my dad was raised by a white guy. Okay. His mom's Mexican, but he was raised by a white guy. His stepfather. My last name's Mungon because my dad was adopted by his stepfather. My dad's real last name is Martinez.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. So like when my dad, they didn't legally change it when he was a kid. They just told the schools, no, he's Vince Mungon now, not Vince Martinez anymore. And then when my dad turned 22 and got married, just like out of respect to the guy that raised him, he changed his name.
Oh shit.
But I was just like, damn, that's whack, dude. Mungon's a fucking weird sounding last name. I caught so much shit for that when I was a kid. Trevor, like fungus. Dude, now I'm older. I'm like, damn, that was good, dude. They're roasting my ass, dude. They fucking got me. But that's kind of like growing up, like with names like that, and like kind of like being chubby and awkward and shit. Like I learned to like be more funny and like just be more personable with people. You know what I mean? Like I think that's how I kind of gathered a good amount of homies. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to say I'm pretty like well known within our city. You know what I mean? Like within our friend group. Like I've known all my friends for so long, and like. Even further than that, and being a skateboarder too, you fucking just meet so many people. Yeah. Music, you know what I mean? You meet so many people, but I don't know. I think Riverside, Riverside is just kind of like, how it's a Riverside thing.
Yeah.
We know each other and it's like, we love this shit. And back to what Dylan said about the regional thing, I think that's why we love it so much because no one could really take that one from us. It's like, no one's going to be in fucking Milwaukee and be like, Riverside, dog.
There's like a Riverside everywhere, though.
It's true. There's a Riverside in like Florida. There's fucking everywhere. But this is the only one that matters, dude. Give a fuck about them other ones. What about movies, dude? You guys want to talk about fucking movies? I know you guys usually do. You guys been watching anything cool at all?
I just finished rewatching the George Lopez show.
Oh, shit. Dude, I used to watch that when I lived with my mom for a little bit, and I was into that shit. I liked it. I just like that one chick, his wife.
Oh, Constance Marie?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she's fine. What's up?
So play Selena's mom.
Yeah, dude. That's when it started, I think.
Yeah.
That's when it started, dude. That's when it started. What do you guys think of that Civil War movie? Have you guys seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've been hearing like actually good things about it.
Yeah. I think it has like it's made the most money from
for A24,
and it's the most expensive.
Do you think it's because people think that's actually going to happen?
Well, it's been getting a lot of shit because people were like saying like, oh, it's a fucking another liberal movie, which doesn't make sense.
So what I've read about it is people who are saying this obviously haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Because the movie is actually about a photojournalist.
Okay.
So like it's about being a photojournalist in like times like this. Like it's not necessarily trying to like push an opinion on you know? So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of interested now.
So am I. Neri is super interested in it too. She's like, I want to watch that shit. Yeah. I was like, for real? Like, this is like nothing you're into. I don't know. She surprises me every day, It's fucking.
it's like the first film from Alex Garland. It doesn't seem weird.
Yeah.
So that's like another reason I want to watch it.
What other movies has that guy made? I don't know much about like who makes them. I just like watching them.
Ex Machina.
See, I haven't seen that shit, and I heard that
Annihilation.
shit's good. Annihilation is tight.
Men.
Annihilation fucks me up, dude. That shit scared me
Yeah.
because it reminded me of mushrooms.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
All
dude.
the
Like,
colors and the
yeah, dude. And
weirdness
she
of
was like
it.
looking at things are moving all weird. I'm like, this is a mushroom trip.
that should trip me out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who has the best description of a mushroom trip? A mushroom trip is that one movie.
Midsommar.
Yep.
Everyone says that.
That shit
Really?
is like that, homie. That
Really?
shit is like that. Just like that.
Oh shit.
That shit is
Yeah,
just
because
like that.
I've been reading about that too.
I
Like,
fucking
people-
it made me
a lot of
feel
people
funny
say
when I
that.
watched it for the first time. I was like, oh no, I don't know. I've had some crazy trips, dude, and like, you know, it's funny. Coincidentally, Josh Burke has been my shaman every time. He doesn't even
Yeah?
do those things, but he's always helped me through a bad time, dude.
what's up.
He's like just happens to be there. Like I'll just be fucking tripping, scared and shit, and Josh is like, hey Trevor, what's up, dude? You doing all right? I'm like, the fuck, where'd you come from? He's like, just sit down, dude. Like everything's cool. Like, all right, are you sure, Josh? Yeah, man. Everyone, no one's mad at you, man. Everything's cool. I'm like,
Josh is like the most mellow person ever.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him mad.
Until he's not like the most mellow person ever.
You seen him mad?
Nah, no, I've seen him fucked up and
Yeah,
funny and
yeah.
like kind of like, you know, excited. But yeah, dude, he's always been there for me on that. But Midsommar, dude, that movie fucking tripped me out, dude. Like, it was so gnarly. The fucking opening scene.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for that Civil War movie. I think about that shit all the time. Like, what if Texas did secede from the Union? What if fucking like
Because
California?
it's Texas and California, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, they could.
Yeah.
California is like what, the third or fourth biggest economy in the entire world? That's nuts. Our
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
it's fucking expensive as fuck to live here, though.
I remember like a few years ago, there was like these rumors that California was going to be renamed to New California. I don't know how accurate.
That's
these-
super lame.
Yeah,
That's
but
whack.
I was like, I thought it was funny. So like, I started saying it was gonna be called New California, but like NU, like new metal.
Dude, new metal's sick.
Fuck yeah,
That
dude.
shit's fun to listen to on the way to work in the morning, dude. I sometimes need to fucking change it up on myself, dude, on the way to work. It'll get me fired up. It'll throw me back to being like in the 6th grade or something. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like I was listening to DMX, like that song.
Fuck yeah.
That song, We're Right Here.
Yeah.
Woo, dude. That shit got me fired up this morning. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a good day today. I'll probably have to listen to that tomorrow too.
How often do you watch movies?
Dude, I'm like really into. I just like it's lame, but I like watching like history documentaries a lot.
Yeah?
Like Ken Burns ones, dude. I love that shit. Like just fucking 12-hour documentaries broken up into like 6 or whatever, or 3. I love watching that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Movies. I'm trying to think of like the last movie I sat and watched. It's fucked up because I fall asleep a lot. Nary like always tells me I can't watch movies with you. You always just fall asleep. You never finish it. Like Saltburn. I watched that movie. Watched it the whole way through.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I didn't really like it that
Yeah,
much.
I was just kind of like, this is a little much. I think it's just being excessive for the point of being
Yeah.
excessive.
Yeah,
Like, but there was some heavy, like when the shit was going, I was like, this fool's gonna fuck the ground right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fool's
I was like, for real?
This fool's really gonna do this. And Nary's like, do you really? I'm like, yes, he's gonna fucking do that. Watch, it's gonna happen right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I always fall asleep, dude. It sucks. Like, I'm really excited to watch that Civil War movie. Like any A24 movie, I like those movies.
What were
Yeah.
the movies that like really stuck with you growing up? Maybe like influenced
The
your
Pest.
taste.
damn.
No, I'm
the
just
pest.
kidding. The Pest. Nah, fucking, I don't know, dude. I used to really like watching, I really did like watching The Pest a lot when I was a kid. I'd make my dad rent that movie all the fucking time from the warehouse right there.
Oh,
on
hell
fucking
yeah.
Jackson, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? But I don't know, dude. I watched a lot of fucking, my dad, whatever my dad watched, you know what I mean? I like Steven Spielberg movies a lot growing up because they're always exciting, you know what I mean? I didn't really like horror movies growing up. They scared me.
Yeah.
I'd get fucking freaked out. Like, I don't want to watch this shit, dude. Like, I'm not down for this. Like, why do you want to be scared? Like, I'm not, why? Like, I'd rather laugh. Let's laugh, you know? I liked Gummo a lot when I saw it. I liked that movie the first time. I think I have the DVD, dude. I found it in my garage the other day. Yeah. I liked a lot of like fucking just funny movies, dude. I liked to laugh when I was a kid because like it was kind of fucking shitty around my house, you know? So just wanted to laugh.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I like action movies. I like Heat. That movie's
Oh,
sick as
fuck
fuck.
yeah.
That movie's so tight.
You know, there's gonna be a sequel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude.
I think it's supposed to be a prequel. Actually,
Michael Mann's a bad motherfucker, dude. That fool's tight, dude. He did fucking Collateral too. Like,
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
dude, Tom Cruise in that movie is a ruthless motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I love that type of shit, man. Like, I like that type of shit, like thrillers, suspense. You know what I mean? Like, I like that type of stuff a lot. I'm trying to think like specifically, Eddie. I can't. It's so hard for me to think specifically of like movies that I really like.
Were you ever into like the CKY?
Yeah,
movies?
dude.
I was like,
yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Like CKY was tight. Yeah, CKY2K, that was super tight. I didn't like memorize any of those songs. They're super fucking funny though. But like, I remember trying Jackass stuff after that. Like, all right, we're gonna fucking jump in bushes. We're gonna ride our skateboards into shit, shopping carts, do all this dumbass shit. But then that shit hurt too much, dude. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do this no more. I think I'd rather just skateboard. You know what I mean? I remember seeing Kids. Because it's like when you're a skateboarder, there's certain movies you see. Kids was like one of the movies you see. Like, have you seen that shit? Have you seen that shit? Have you seen that shit? When
I
you're
think
a little,
especially with like the skateboarding culture.
yeah,
like
I think so. Yeah, because there was
specifically.
professional skateboarders in it.
Yeah.
The main character, Casper, is Justin Pierce. That fool was a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
I think he rode for like Shut and Zoo York or something. That fool killed himself. He fucking hung himself in a hotel room because his wife cheated on him with another skateboarder.
So, he's the next Friday. I don't know if you notice in the movie he has bandages on his wrist because he would cut himself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and he was supposed to be in the sequel Friday After Next. He was going to be like the third roommate in their apartment, but he had killed himself. So.
Yeah, and then Harold Hunter ended up dying of like a drug overdose or some shit like that. He was in that movie. There's a documentary about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to find it, but it's like on Google TV or some shit like that.
I think it's actually included in the kids like media book we got. The
really?
documentary. I think so.
It's like The Kids Are All Right, or like there's like it's like something with the kids.
It is. Yeah, it
some
is.
shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. I knew he killed himself. I wasn't sure why, and I didn't know about the whole bandage thing.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like, well, because like I go to the skate shop, right? I've been going there since I was like 14 years old. Crooks.
Yeah.
Go there. It's the best skate shop ever.
Fuck yeah.
But like, yeah, you just like hear about shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this is why he killed himself and shit. You're like, fuck, dude, for real, that sucks. It's always some shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, all right. But yeah, that movie was pretty fucking big. I liked, I don't know, I like Spawn. Do you remember that movie, Spawn?
Fuck yeah,
that
dude.
shit was so sick. I heard they're gonna fucking do that shit again.
Yeah, that's another one that's been kind of like in production hell. It's just for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
They've been saying like, oh yeah, we're doing it.
I think that's gonna be the next kind of 10 years for movies, is just redoing other movies, dude. Better, or if not better, but like with the way they think is better.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, are they gonna do a Punisher movie
Not that I know of.
with John Barenthal?
Well, no, I know he's back for like the Daredevil series that's coming back.
Dude, did you watch that Punisher series?
Yeah,
That
I liked
shit
it a lot.
Was crazy.
Yeah.
That guy's sick, dude.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
his
John
podcast
Bernthal.
is tight. His acting's tight. Like,
You know who he's related to, right?
I do, but I don't remember.
Kurt Angle.
No.
The rest- yeah, he's married to Kurt Angle's niece.
Yeah,
That's so random.
Yeah.
He made like kind of like a sequel type series to The Wire.
Who did?
John Barenthal was a part of it.
Really?
Yeah, he played a crooked cop, and it takes place in Baltimore. Yeah, it's really good. Did you ever watch The Wire?
Yeah, I got up to when Idris Elba gets killed.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, yeah.
Dude, his acting, it's so funny because his fucking accent comes out so much
Yes.
in it. You're like, bro, nobody talks like that, man.
Yeah, like his British accent will come out every now and then. Like,
yeah.
And it's funny because I've watched interviews where he talks about like when he auditioned, he didn't have the accent because he thought they wouldn't hire him.
Mm-hmm.
But like when they told me he got the job, when they heard him talk for the first time, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But yeah, like throughout the series, you could hear his accent come out.
Yeah, I like shows, I guess. Like, I watch a lot of shows. Like, I watch that, The Sopranos. Me and Neri have watched The Sopranos a couple times.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
He still hasn't watched it, right?
I've seen a few episodes. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love
need
The
to.
Sopranos.
It's a slow burn, dude. It's a slow burn. Some episodes are kind of like nothing really happened. You know what I mean? But it's like they're good, dude. That shit's so fucking. Dude, like you watch him become more and more of this sinister fucking character. He's kind of funny in the beginning, kind of goofballish, and then like he just turns into this fucking maniac.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, I've been wanting to, dude. It's just commitment for.
It really
like,
is.
Yeah.
It's
It's
such a
hour-long
series.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit's crazy. Like I said, I'm kind of immersed in the OJ thing right now. So I'm watching OJ Made in America. It's the 30 for 30 documentary, and it's dude, they say it's like probably one of the best like cultural documentaries ever made. You know what I mean? In depth. It's very in depth, dude.
Did you watch the series, the American Crime Story?
Yeah.
With
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr. That shit was tight.
That freak, him and Diddy.
Oh shit.
Them boys bad, dude. He was on them boats with them boys, dude.
Oh man.
But yeah, that shit was good, dude. What's that guy's name from Friends? He played Rob Kardashian.
Oh, David Schwimmer.
Yeah, dude, that was a good one, dude.
Yeah, that was a
It's
good
weird
one.
because Cuba Gooding Jr. looks nothing like O.J. Simpson, but he
Yeah.
actually did it very well.
Yeah, he did.
But
good.
yeah, dude, that shit's so crazy. That whole thing, dude. How the fuck he did not get found guilty? And it
Yeah.
was all just because the LAPD was fucking dumb as fuck, dude. And they
Yeah.
didn't do anything like the way you're supposed to. Like there was a lot of mess ups on their end to where they couldn't even present the evidence correctly.
They also felt like there wasn't enough evidence, so they planted some.
That's what they think they did. They think that one cop. There's like a cop on there who they think he planted something, right? They're like, oh, well, how'd that glove get there? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I didn't fucking plant that, dude. So like, and everyone said he was a really good detective, but then like they went back to his past and he had fucking said the N word a good amount of time. So then like Johnny Cochran kind of just turned it into a racial case.
Yeah.
When like it got further and further away from what the actual case was about two people being fucking slaughtered in front of a house, dude. The photos are so nuts, dude.
I've never seen him.
They're so fucked. Like I didn't know they were that bad. And me and Eric were watching it the other day, he almost took her head off, dude. Like it was gnarly.
Yeah.
And homie that got stabbed, the guy that was there, he like got caught up in this little part of the gate where like he couldn't even move.
Yeah.
He was like just pretty much down on the floor like this, like in a ball, just getting stabbed.
Fuck.
But yeah, dude, it's like it's weird because this was so long ago, and yet I'm watching it, and I'm like, my legs are shaking. I'm like, damn, dude, like I'm getting all anxious watching it, you know. And it's like, when's the last time something like that happened?
Yeah.
You know, like nothing, like I don't know. I mean, that's a good thing that shit like that isn't happening. I mean, it happens on a larger scale now. You know, like we got all that shit going on over there, and like the other side of the world and shit.
I think it's just hard to get away with murder now.
Yeah, right.
Like technology.
Cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's why so many people are obsessed with like true crime and all that shit, because a lot of that shit isn't even happening anymore. Like serial killers, all that crazy shit. Like you don't really hear about that. And when you do, people are like, oh, there is one? What? There is one? Because back in the day, fools could just walk up in your house, blast you, stab you, and then just be gone.
That's why like thrillers and horror movies, like a lot of them take place
True.
pre 1980.
See, that's why I don't understand why there hasn't been like more serial killer movies made. Like actually like biography movies about these fools. You know what I mean? Like what was that one Mindhunter show on Netflix?
That shit was so good.
Dude. They were
shit was
like
so
they
good.
were like leading up to make one about BTK, that fool. He's the guy that's kind of, remember at the end of every episode they show him like just advancing further and further into what he's doing. I was like, dude, this is gnarly. I can't believe they're doing this.
Yeah.
And it just stopped.
Yeah.
Why didn't David Fincher want to keep it going?
I don't know.
You know, like that shit was good. It was a good show.
That was a really good show.
Yeah. It like, you know, it kind of gave me the first season of the fucking True Detective vibes, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Which
definitely.
is the craziest piece of television ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I want to tell people all the time, you're the Michael Jordan of being a son of a bitch. Like, so good.
I've gone to say that it's like my favorite piece of like any show ever. That first season of True Detective,
Dude.
it's
It's
perfect.
so good.
Every episode, every piece of dialogue, everything's perfect.
Matthew McConaughey is astonishingly good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you always knew he was tight, you know what I mean? Like I've loved him since Dazed and Confused when I was a kid, but when I saw him in that shit, I was like, this fool is on another level.
Yeah.
Like he's going so hard right now. I believe everything he's saying. I believe this is him.
Yeah.
And then like when he's, you know, getting the beers and cracking them, and like I'm just like, dude, this is intense.
I remember reading something about how like, because he plays an atheist in the show. I remember reading about how the show actually made him like religious.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I guess it helped him find God or something.
I mean, like, dude,
Because I know Woody Harrelson's an atheist
in like actually
in real life. Yeah.
So what's an atheist? Like that's like someone that just doesn't believe in any type of anything.
Basically, like
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, Fidel too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's just the absence of belief, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird shit happened when Santi was born that kind of like made me think.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like shit got real bright. My eye, like everything was kind of crazy looking. I felt like I was hallucinating. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? But I think it was just watching life be born. I think it's just
Yeah.
like some weird genetic, like, what's that thing? Like generational, like, human thing, you know, it's in us to just like realize life is important, you know what I mean? So maybe it was just like dumping serotonin into my fucking brain, you know?
Is your brain just processing shit, you know?
Dude, it was intense. I just remember being like, fuck, this is so fucking crazy, because Neri's water broke, and then like she didn't have him for like 36 hours because it broke early before she even went into labor. So we were at the fucking hospital for a minute, dude, and I was just like, I didn't sleep for 36 hours. I was just up because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I'd never been through that shit. You know what I mean? And we went through all these classes and shit to prepare you for it. And I still was just like, all that shit went out the window. As soon as I got in there, I was like, what do I do? All right, I'm going to sit on this couch and watch The Office until they tell me otherwise. Okay. But I mean, I just like, I didn't have her talk to anybody. I was like, I'll talk to everybody. I'll make sure you're good and all that shit. But yeah, like when my son was born, it kind of made me kind of believe in something. You know what I mean? I mean, I went to Catholic school. I went to Queen of Angels right there on Jones and Wells. It was a private school and it was cheap back then, you know what I mean? It's not in the greatest area, so it's like cheaper, you know? And fucking, we went there, and I remember going to fucking church every Friday and just be like, what the fuck is this? That fool is scary as fuck. Why is this lady being such a bitch to me right now? Like, it was a nun, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand it. Like, you'd get in trouble there, dude. Like, they'd fucking slap your hand and shit. And, like, they'd pick up your desk and turn it over and dump all this shit out. It was like the old school desk where you put all your shit underneath. Yeah, dude. Like, I remember the first time I ever got into a fight was there. I kicked a kid's face. I kicked his tooth out because I was playing Power Rangers with him and it was morphin time. So I just fucking...
It was morphin time?
Yeah, dude. And I fucking kicked him. And I remember I got in so much trouble. They took me to the office. My dad got there. And then he whooped my ass after that. I was like, I hate this place. But yeah, dude, I went there and like I just remember thinking like, this is so stupid. Why the fuck do I have to get up and down this many times? Like Catholic church, like you're always up and kneeling, up and kneeling, up and kneeling. And then like they did it in Spanish a lot of the time too, so I didn't understand what the fuck it was. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. You know? And then like I remember like going to churches for shows. That was like a thing.
That was a huge thing.
That was a thing
like
for a while.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are these wholesome motherfuckers listening to this? Like up in South Corona. Like, the fuck? Like, the fuck is this? You guys parents drive Audis. Like, but you guys sound mad. You know what I mean? Like, there were some bands from over there.
Yeah.
From over there in Corona. I'd just be like, what the fuck is this, dude? But yeah, churches. I never understood that shit. I went to some though. I took photos for some bands at churches. Yeah. Because I used to take photos a lot when I was a kid. I took the first photos of Impending Doom when they fucking played at the showcase. Yeah. And I fucking sent them to Manny and Brooke. It's only two of them, but it's like Brooke just fucking down, like squatting, doing some crazy shit. But yeah, I used to take photos a lot of I wanted to be a photographer, but then I don't know, that shit's expensive. You take great photos, Fidel.
Dude, it's like a shitty reusable camera that I use.
But it's so good, dude. They look so cool because you have an eye for it. You know what I mean? I don't think it matters the type of... I mean, it does matter the type of camera, but you just got to have an eye, dude. I used to take photos on a fucking like 1.5 megapixel Olympus when I was a kid. And I see some of them now. I'm like, these are fucking tight, dude. Because I'm a kid. So it's through a kid's eyes. You know what I mean? You could see what I was interested in as time went on. Yeah. And it was really cool. And like now... So many people take film photos. It's so rad, dude. Like I was telling Neri, like I really appreciate that shit. Like seeing people like on Instagram, they'll post a film photo versus one of their phone. Granted, they're still posting it on Instagram on a social platform to whatever, let everyone know what they're doing. But at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. At least you put forth the effort to take the motherfucker, develop it, scan it, and get it there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Versus me who just went.
Just a quick.
I'm gonna take a picture of the sunset or the sunrise this morning. I do that every morning. I take a picture of the sunrise every single morning, and I fucking write like it is a privilege to watch this. It's kind of like my mantra. You know what I mean? It helps me realize that life's so precious and important. You know, but it's still I have to take a picture of it because, dude, some of those sunrises are fucking crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And some people never see that shit because they don't get up early. You know? Yeah. I feel like getting up early as you get older is such a hack. Yeah. Like it is, dude. Like it straight up is. Like waking up, even on the weekends, I wake up at like 5:36.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think it's just because my body got used to it.
That too. But I feel like I appreciate the day more. There's a lot more to do. You know what I mean? You're like, you can make the most of it. Yeah. You can chill in the morning, not really have nothing to do. You know, if you get up early. It's like, who's doing anything at 5:30 if you're not working? Yeah. You could go to the gym, but fuck that. Yeah. I don't know. What have you guys been up to? What have you been up to, Eddie? How's work been? You still, you're a chef, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you work, is it at a older person's facility?
Yeah, an assisted living.
Assisted living.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just busy doing that. Hopefully within the next week, me and Fidel can start shooting some stuff.
No way.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna take it on a video platform now?
Well, he has like this fancy camera that he wants to like.
Yeah.
He showed me.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to make skits.
Little
What kind of
sketches and
skits?
shit.
Everything, dude.
Everything? You
Funny,
just wanna fucking-
horror related,
yeah.
weird,
Yeah.
dumb,
Yeah.
funny. I don't know,
Anything?
just a little bit of everything.
I know. That's tight, dude. That's fucking tight. It's a beautiful camera. It's really cool.
Yeah,
You showed me.
it's
You showed me
gnarly.
your setup. You sent me like a photo of it or something, or you posted a photo of it, or let me know about it or something.
Yeah, I think I posted one on Instagram, but
Wild looking, dude.
yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, I don't know many people around here doing video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know a lot of people doing photography, so it's just like, I wanted everyone. There's a million people that do skits and stuff, but none of it looks good.
Yeah.
It's all very amateur.
Yeah.
Which is fine for what it is, but it's like, how sick would it be to like put so much effort into making something look so fucking good and like,
How about a little production value?
yeah,
Exactly.
but have it be like the dumbest skit ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm putting so much effort into making this look so good,
Yeah.
but it's the stupidest thing ever.
That sounds tight.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds tight, dude. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I fucking been talking about like trying to film a video part like skateboarding.
Yeah.
I told my wife like I wanted to film them by the time I'm 35, but I'm fucking 35 now and I haven't done it. And I was like, all right, 36. I got to film them before I'm 36. And I skate with my one friend Danny Delgado. He fucking
Oh, I know Danny.
yeah, he's sober too. So like, you know, we kick it, and we went to school together
Yeah.
since junior high. So we've known each other. So like, I skate with him a lot, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, we should fucking share a part, like just fucking film here, do a whole fucking T Street thing, like let's put it out, like
Do
because
it.
I was like, I want him to be like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, dude, let's do it.
Do you guys have like cameras or?
I mean, just use our phones, dude. I mean, I wish I had a little camera. I like those. There's like a Fuji like X something 100. It's pretty cool. You can take photos with it and film with it. But yeah, we just use our phones. iPhones are so fucking good nowadays
Yeah.
to where like it transfers. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're putting this shit on the big screen or anything like that, but I don't know. I've made like a video part of myself, like filming down there, just selfie type shit. You
Yeah.
know? But it's just like something I always wanted. You know, I grew up watching skate videos, and they've had such a fucking influence on me. Like skateboarding's so tight because it's like music, art,
Yeah.
and then like physical, you know.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And if you follow the way the world works, dude, a lot of things culturally come from skateboarding.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, a lot of
yeah.
styles. You know, I found out about a lot of music and a lot of different people from all over the world, like
Yeah.
places of the world I never even thought to go or see or anything like that. Like I learned about Nortec Collective. Have you ever heard of them?
Mm-mm.
They're a band from TJ, and it's like just instruments, dude. And it's like I was 12 when I found that out. It's like why would I know about that?
Yeah.
Just because I watched the skate video, dude. And it's like skateboarding is cool, but at the same time, there's a lot of like bad things in it too. A lot of substance abuse and like shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, but this newer generation, they're kind of smarter, dude. I think they see the previous generations and how they kind of have fucked off. And like a lot of kids nowadays are choosing to be sober.
That's good.
Like I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah, I forgot what the numbers were, but drinkers between like 21 and like 30 like 2 or something, like it's declined like 40%.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's a huge amount.
It's a huge amount because I think kids are just like, nah, I want to get this money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like everyone's just obsessed with money. That's
Yeah.
like kind of like, I mean, that's always been the thing, right? But I think as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that like, fuck that shit, dude. Like I can't fucking obsess. You know what I mean? Just do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you can. Live your life. Just be happy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Be happy with what the things are around you and like get outside. I think being outside is where we need to be most of the time, dude. If you think about it, think about how happy you are in nature.
You gotta get that sun.
dude.
Yeah, dude, and you turn it's almost like your body feels like it turns off your like something. Like you're just there and you're able to focus on what's completely in front of you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, me and Ellie try to go on a walk.
I noticed
every
that,
evening.
dude. That's
Yeah.
so tight. That's so
Even
fucking
if
cool.
it's just us two with the dogs. Like,
Yeah, dude. I love that shit, man. Like watching my son interact with nature and how I'm like, dude, look, this is unfiltered. Like he doesn't know anything else. So I'm watching wonder happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We've been dulled out a little bit as we've gotten older. Neri calls it the lights are being dimmed. She's like, just don't dim his light. You know what I mean? Let him be him, you know?
Yeah.
So that's like the way I feel. Like outside, dude. Like I like that you're outside all the time. I see that shit.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. I like doing things, dude. I'm the type of person that can't really sit still.
I think that's the only way to really disconnect.
Yeah.
Like unplug from.
Yeah, and you don't like do anything either, huh? You're pretty much straight edge too, huh?
Yeah. But even then, like I still need to like
of course.
go
yeah,
outside.
that's what you were saying earlier about like how I was saying when I drank, I kind of started getting uneasy in social situations.
Yeah.
And you're like, the anxieties all came in. It's like, dude, yeah, it really did, dude. That shit really fucked with me bad. Like I could not like, I felt dumb as fuck going places. You know what I mean? Like, why am I here? This is stupid. Like,
yeah. And like it's funny that you say that because like I thought like that's why I didn't drink growing up because I had like really bad anxiety, and I knew if I drink, I'm gonna like get addicted. I'm like, what? I don't feel like anxious if I have this fucking drink.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it, and the crazy part is like, in my head, I'm like, okay, if I like, if I never drink, I'll get really great at like not feeling anxious. And it's like, nope, nothing's changed. I still get fucking anxious when I go to the mall. I still like I hate being around a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like. And it never got easier. I think I just learned how to manage it better.
Yeah.
But it's still there. But
yeah, you learned to befriend it instead of fucking
like I think I just accepted it now. And
Yeah.
it's just like that. I guess that does make it a little easier. But
yeah, I never even knew I had anxiety. Neri told me I did. And
until you stopped drinking.
Yeah, I just never knew. Like, I don't know. I grew up in a fucking anxious ass household. You know what I mean? I guess I grew up anxious. I never knew why my palms sweated. Like, my palms are kind of sweaty right now. Like, I never knew why that shit happened. Why I would get, like, hot. Never knew. I was like, oh, I just feel funny, whatever. Neri's like, no, that's an anxiety attack. And I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, what do we do about that? You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to go get fucked up or something. I mean, that's what it was, dude. I was just masking a lot of, like, internal hurt, I think, for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you stop doing that, you have to fucking face everything.
Yeah.
And that shit is hard as fuck. You know what I mean? Because you realize a lot about yourself. Like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do this? I could have done this better. But at the same time, can't really dwell on that type of shit either. You know what I mean? You can't fucking ruminate on the past. You have to just press forward and be better. You know what I mean? Learn from what you did. Learn from what it taught you. Appreciate the fun times you had and appreciate the fun times you're going to have in a different way.
What do you think the biggest positive was after you quit drinking?
I had a son, I bought a house, and I've been married for 6 years. So I'm fucking stoked on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I would have been able to do that if I kept drinking because I wasn't going to have a fucking lady no more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if I didn't have a lady no more, how am I going to get a house if I don't have a partner? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how do I get a baby if I don't have a partner? So it's like, I don't know, dude. She kind of gave me an ultimatum at one point. That's how bad it got.
Oh, shit.
She was just like, you can't fucking keep doing this. Because I was still getting drunk while she was pregnant. I was coming home all fucked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Breaking shit in the house on accident. Like, stumbling drunk, And it's like, she's like, what are you doing? Oh, making excuses and shit.
It's crazy, man, because I'm proud of you for, ditching that.
Yeah.
Because you were always the drunk guy at, like...
Probably the drunkest guy.
The drunkest. Like, and you would get drunk the fastest, too. Like, you were just, like... I would show up to a party and you're already, like, laid out on the couch. And I'm just like, man, fucking Mungon's, like...
Full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like, this guy needs to slow down.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
like, you were just on this, like, path of destruction,
Yeah.
And it's just... crazy when I found out you stopped drinking. I'm like, what?
A lot of people said that, dude. And that's what kind of fucking fucked me up even more.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, fuck, dude, I was that gnarly. Like, not like I'm trying to fight fools or nothing like that, but I'm getting blackout drunk, pissing myself, passing out. Like, you know what I mean? Just making a fool of myself. Like, I had homies find me in the fucking alleys in downtown.
Oh, shit.
I passed out in front of Dragon Marsh one time in the middle of the day after day drinking at, like, fucking Pixels or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, like... stupid shit, dude. Stupid shit that if I saw myself, I'd be like, get up, dummy. What you doing?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't think it was for me. I think it was for me at the time because I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? I had no real purpose in life except for like just make enough money to pay rent and fucking occasionally do things with my lady and beer money. You know what I mean? And it really was my kid, dude. It really was my fucking son. Knowing that I was going to have a little boy and knowing that I was going to fucking be a dad, I just knew that I couldn't do that shit. That actor, Josh Brolin,
Yeah.
he fucking had this quote, dude, and he said, being sober, and I'm not completely sober, but the quote resonated with me. It said, being sober means your kids can trust you.
Yeah.
Because it's true. They can. Because you're not going to fucking be drunk. You're not going to be like, oh, dad can't pick you up because he's going to go do this. Or dad's out in the garage drinking, you know what I mean? Because he can't cope with his fucking life. You know what I mean? I grew up seeing shit like that. And like, it's just like, it doesn't help anything. And I think that's why you drink. You know what I mean? You drink to mask certain things.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Some people could have a drink and they're like, oh, it's cool. I'm good. I'm not one of those people, you know? I'm like, oh no, I want more now.
Yeah.
You know? I would drink 18 packs like to myself. You know what I mean? I'd bring Hennessy knowing damn well I should not be drinking this Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I lived with Julio right here, someone left a bottle of gin and I would just like sip that thing like every fucking night just to get a little swerve. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. And it's crazy because I was around people that didn't drink a lot. Like, I lived with him. I don't think he was drinking then.
At the time, no. He was straight edge.
And he would fucking be like, Trevor, man, fuck, dude. You know, Julio's voice and shit. He'd be like, man, you're getting too fucked up. You know? I'm just like, oh, my bad, dude. Like, I brought some shit over into his house, you know? Bad shit happened there because of me. And I felt bad about that shit. And it was all because I was drunk. You know what I mean? Like, bad shit always happened when I was drunk. I would do stupid ass shit, end up having to fucking make up for it somehow or fucking deal with it. And it sucked, dude. It sucked. And it just like, it all kind of came to an end when I found out I was going to have a kid. And then I started thinking about everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, it's not worth it. In my eyes. In my eyes, it's not worth it. I don't condemn it. But it's a tough one, dude, because it's so acceptable.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because people die so much because of it, but it's the most socially acceptable thing. You can go pull out a fucking Pookie and someone be like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. But you could beer bong in front of your kids on a fucking Sunday for Super Bowl. Everything's cool. Yeah. Like that, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you have some every now and again.
Every now and
You're
again,
the infamous shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember seeing you do that. I was like, this motherfucker's crazy. I would say that.
Yeah.
Because I know if I did that shit, I'd probably throw up. But I'd probably like it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I still romanticize it. I still romanticize the drinking because I'm like, yo, that shit was fucking fun, dude. Like, dude, I remember being a kid and like driving around Riverside fucked up. Like, going to house parties and shit, just party jumping.
Yeah.
Being fucked up. Full drinking and driving, dumb as fuck. You know what I mean? So many times should have been pulled over. Never happened.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, dude. Karma was on my side. You know what I mean? But I remember the only times I would get pulled over is when I wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd still act like a little bitch, be all scared and shit. Like, fuck, dude, fuck, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna go to jail right now.
Yeah.
I remember one time Val was laying in the bed of my truck and I had left Pixels and I fucking turned down the wrong street. I went out on Lime. You're not supposed to make a left. You're supposed to make a right. My dumbass made the left. I'm like, why did I do that? I was sober. Val was laying in the back. Philip was in the back of my truck. And then Courtney was in the fucking passenger side. The cop's like, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. Like, I'm not drinking right now. I'm like, blah, blah. He's like, all right, what are all these people doing? He can't be back there, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm driving him home. He's like, all right, I'm going to follow you home just to make sure you get home okay. And I was like, thank you, fuck. God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there was a period before I got my job. I've been at my job for like 9 years. There was a period before I got my job where I didn't drink. Like when I moved in with Julio, I don't think I was drinking for a little bit when I moved in with him. I kind of gave it up because of some shit that happened prior that kind of shook me. So like I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking because I wanted to get my job.
Yeah.
But I got my job and I've been there forever. I work with Josh, Evan's brother.
Yeah.
And
How long have you been there now?
9 years.
9 years.
I was a painter for a long time. I used to paint. Now I do repairs on like metal bond adhesive airplane parts. So they're older airplanes that I work on, but I work on like carbon fiber composite stuff too, which is pretty cool. It's a cool job, dude. And it's been there forever. You know what I mean? We grew up seeing that shit and I never knew what went on there. And then Dylan kind of threw out the fucking lure and I got a job, dude. He like, him and his mom kind of put me on. Yeah. And I'm thankful, dude, because like it's provided a lot for me, you know? It's a slow fucking ride sometimes, but it's cool, you know? I like it. It's honest living. It's an honest living. Yeah. You know, and it's like close to home. It's only like 10 minutes from my house. So it's like, cool, I could live here for the rest of my life. I can have a pension. And then I could just give my son this house and move to Mexico with Neri. Because that's my plan. I just want to move. Yeah, dude, I want to fucking move to Mexico.
What part of Mexico?
Like San Miguel or some shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Just buy a little fucking piece of land, build a little shitty ass house that just has what we need, and then fucking be that white comfort for the tourists, dude. Like, dude, I speak English. I got this glass bottom boat. Let's go. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Shit,
I can make money out there like that. Because, you know, every time they're always like, does he speak English?
Yeah.
Like, I told Nara, I was like, cha-ching. I can go out there, fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? I would like to go back to where my dad's family's from. I don't know how to really, like, Guanajuato.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been there, though.
Oh, they have the mummies there, dude.
Yeah, dude, the mumias. I've heard about that shit, dude. And dude, they have the sickest state. Like, you know, like each state has its own animal.
Yeah.
Like Durango is the alacran, the fucking scorpion. Fucking Guanajuato is the fucking frog, dude. Fucking sapo, dude. Shit's
That's
so
funny
hard.
you bring up Durango and like the scorpion because I have the scorpion tattoo that Val gave me, and I just got it because like I like the way Val draws scorpions, and I got it, and then I remember when my mom saw it, she's like, "Oh, you got it because I'm from Durango," and then I was just like, yeah."
That's where Neri's dad's from too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Up in the mountains up there and shit.
Yeah.
That shit's pretty, dude.
I've never been over there.
Yeah, Neri went. Her father unfortunately passed away in 2019, but yeah, she went back there and she said it's beautiful, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, her dad's from there and her mom's from Jalisco.
Okay.
So yeah, my dad's family's from over there. They're like they make shoes and shit or something. They have a ranch out there and they have a little factory and they make shoes out there.
Oh, shit.
One of my cousins went out there, but I've never been. My dad's never been either. Kind of disconnected from it, you know. I wish I could. That's like one thing I always wish, but I don't speak Spanish. Do you speak Spanish, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah? You
Poorly.
too? Yeah.
Spanglish.
Spanglish?
Yeah.
See, I understand that shit. You know what I mean? Because my dad, my nana, growing up where we grew up, like I understand it. I could pick up on the context of a conversation and know what's going on. You know what I mean? But I can't jump in and just start talking.
Yeah.
Like my wife, she's fucking fluent. That was her first language, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, fucking teach Santi. You have to teach
Yeah.
Santi. This fool has to know. This fool's more Mexican than I am, so he has to know. Even though he's whiter than I am.
How
Have you
old-
seen?
How old is he now?
He's 2.
2.
Yeah. Have you seen my kid?
Yeah.
This fool's cute, huh?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's fucking adorable, huh?
Yeah, he's got the fucking little curly ass mullet and shit. He's dope, dude. It's cool. Yeah, he just turned 2 3 weeks ago. I was like, damn, that went by. It's
Time
true what
flies.
people say, dude. It goes by fast. Like it really is. It's such a cliche, such a typical thing to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know, one day we're in my mom's backyard and Neri's like, I want to have a baby. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Like, I wasn't ready, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to grow up. I was like 30. I'm 32. I'm like, no, what? There's time. You know? It's because my cousin, dude, it took her like 7 years to get pregnant. And then she like all selfishly announced that shit at an Easter party at my mom's house. She's like, I'm pregnant. And Neri was like, what if we can't have kids?
Yeah.
What if like we're too old? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, fucking Al Pacino's still pumping out kids. That was like 90.
For real.
And she was like, no, not you, dumbass, me. I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. Right. I was like, all right, yeah, I guess if you want, you know,
Yeah.
start trying. And she said we could start trying. I was like, we ain't going to try, girl. This is going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got this. And then, like, dude, a month later, fucking she was pregnant. Like, I think she did one test and it came up nothing. And then, like, a month later after that, we did another one. And she's like, it's blue. We're going to have a baby. I was like, oh, fuck. It was, yeah, it's mind blowing, dude. It's a crazy ass thing. One of you guys will have a kid one day. I guarantee it.
No, I'm not. Not me.
That's what you say. That's what everyone says, dog.
Not me.
It's gonna be Fidel.
It's gonna be Fidel just because. Hey,
Just 'cause I'm so adamant.
Hey, you just jinx yourself, homie. Hey, you put that evil on yourself. And then I'm gonna come over here and be like, "Welcome." That's the one thing I always try to do, dude. Whenever I meet new dads, I always or like hear about homies becoming dads. I always be like, "Dude, just like you know," I try to talk to him, and be like, "Yo, man, this shit's gonna be tight. Like, it's not scary.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's a fun kind of fucking tough thing to do." You know, because you just want to do it right. And I think if you're afraid you're doing it wrong, that's a good sign because you care.
Yeah. And I remember Jose saying the same thing.
Yeah. Jose, dude, that's my dog, dude. Like him, I could talk to that guy forever. He has such good advice. And like the way he is kind of like the way I am with like the way we think about things, the way like our brains function and shit. We kind of have similarities in that way. And he's helped me a lot with that. Like with just like being inside your head and shit like that. I think you guys talked about it on your podcast and you posted that video and I watched that shit, dude. And like that shit really resonates with me because I have been like that a lot. You know what I mean? And I like talking to Jose about that kind of shit, man. Like that episode, like some of that shit's like had me in tears, some of your guys' episodes. Cause it just makes me reflect, like hearing you talk about your childhood and shit like that. I don't know. I think a lot of things just make me revert to being a kid again. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's where a lot of the hurt comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it kind of makes us who we are.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Definitely.
I think that's why we're all friends still, and like why we've all stuck together for so long, because like this is like the family that really meant a lot to us. Where like we can get away from the one that we really didn't feel a part of.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's like I still feel like that. Like I love my family. I love them to death. But like my mom always used to say like, "This is my different son," and I'd just be like, "The fuck? Like, the fuck? How am I different?" Because I got tattoos and I listen to fucking wild ass music sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, dude, I appreciate life now. I appreciate my friends a lot, and I appreciate like being here still. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times where like there are a lot of things that could have happened to me where I probably wouldn't be here anymore. You know what I mean? And we've lost a lot of fucking friends.
Yeah.
We've lost a lot of fucking friends, and that shit resonates with me too. You know what I mean? So I just want to be the best I can, and I just want my friends to be the best they can and take care of themselves, because this shit's so short. You know what I mean? You have to fucking appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because it goes by fast, dude. You know? And if you don't appreciate it, man, like you're gonna miss out on a lot of shit. Because it's like, I don't know. It's short. It's short. This life is not that long.
No, it's not.
It's not. So.
Well, I want to repeat what Eddie said about like being proud of you, dude. Like sticking to this shit.
Thank you.
Because you were. I mean, you were that guy. You know.
Yeah, I was that
you were
fool.
that guy.
Yeah, fool. I know. I was a fucking lop.
And I know, like, sticking to like not just giving that up it's hard.
It was, dude.
It is hard.
Yeah.
So like to see you still sticking to it, like that's tight, dude. Like I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not always asking for my flowers, but I definitely appreciate them when they're given to me. So thank you a lot.
But yeah, like I want to say thank you, you know, for opening up with us and like sitting down and having this conversation.
Yeah, for sure. We need to get that boy Manny on here.
Yeah,
so we could talk about how I watched him learn how to play guitar on a shitty ass like acoustic in his bedroom to Ramones songs. Yeah, we didn't get into that. That would be a good one to talk to him about.
But yeah, like again, man, thank you.
Thank you.
And
yeah. All right, guys.
See everyone next time.